Hello, welcome to Vibing with Vicky. I'm so happy you made it here today. I'm excited about what we're going to talk about. And again, it's been a trying week, but we made it. So I'm glad to see you here. Start calling your friends, start texting them, let them know that Vibing with Vicky is live. And we have some things we need to talk about, because guess what? We want to get to our next step and go to the next level. Please remember to tune in to Nas 716 Studio every Monday through Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. On Mondays, it's Clearing the Mist with Ken Hamilton. Tuesday is myself, Vibing with Vicky. Wednesday is Faith Matters with Dr. Nasir Khan. And Thursday is Mind Your Business with Nas. And that's not a negative term. That's really about minding your business, knowing everything about your business, every aspect of your business. No one should know your business better than you do. I say that all the time for anybody that's looking to go in business. And I use that for myself on a day-to-day basis. I'm trying to learn every single thing I can about the current job that I'm in. Because I don't want anybody to know it better than I can. If somebody out, I want to know how to do it. If the money is funny, I want to know how to get the money right, okay? That's what we're talking about when we talk about minding your business. Another announcement I want to make here in Niagara Falls. If you live in Niagara Falls, can we kind of zoom in on this a little bit? I want to just encourage everyone to please come out to the Alzheimer and dementia discussion. There's going to be a lot of great people there. People are going through this a lot today with seniors. And this, I just want to name a few of the people. We got Andrea Koch, and she's a master's level. She is the director of education and training at the Alzheimer's Association. A good friend of mine, Dr. Alicia Scott. She's a nurse practitioner. She works at Niagara Falls Memorial Medical. She's one of the hospitalists there. She will be one of the speakers as well. And then we had Abby Dearton from Senior Fitness Specialist and Music and Dance Therapist. She will be there. Where's it going to be at? It's going to be at the John Duke Center from 6:30 p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. And the John Duke Center is located at 1201 Hyde Park Boulevard, Niagara Falls, New York. Yours truly will be there, because I say, hey, what's wrong with gaining a little information? If you can't use it now, you can use it later. Because I tell everybody, get what you can and can all you get. Because if you don't use it now, you will use it later. And if you don't need it for your own personal family members, you can always share it with someone else who couldn't make it. This is first come, first serve. We can't save seats. I just want everybody to pack it in, get in there. We got to still also keep space for COVID, but we want to get this information out. And I want to say, because personally, when I worked at Niagara Falls Memorial Medical Center, families was leaving family members at the hospital. They would not answer the phone. I had to say things like, hey, I had to call adult protection on you, because this is, you are, abandoning your family member. So please, please, please come out and get this information on how to help your family. All right, and what we got here, the register today for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Yes, we want to make sure you do that. This is so, so, so important that we gain this information. And guess what? Alzheimer's dementia, no colors. Doesn't know any gender. None of that. It can hit anybody at any time. And when it comes, it usually comes quickly. So let's get to our topic today. This topic is very dear to me, because these are some principles I had to practice myself. And this is about getting out of a rut. I wanted to go to the next level, and I would always talk about, hey, this is what I want to do in life. This is how I had to do it. But to whatever it is your plan is, whatever it is your goal is, whatever it is you're looking to do and looking to achieve your long-range goal, you have to have a plan. I was under Bishop Robert L. Sanders Sr., and he would always say, he who fails to plan to fail, okay? And I use that in everything I do. I had to have a plan for what I'm doing at church, a plan for what I'm doing at work, and most of all, a plan for me and my family. Okay, you have to have a plan. So I'm talking about getting out of a rut. And you people who know me know that I talk about the difference between a brown bird and an eagle. When I talk about brown birds, you see the brown birds, and if we can get some pictures of some brown birds up here, you see the brown birds, they're in their trees on a regular basis. They come out, they're making all this noise. And I said, that's that chatter. That's what they do. They chatter a lot, right? Brown birds make all this noise in the morning. They get up, they start getting that worm, going back to the tree. Out the tree, get the worm, back in the tree. bunch of chatter, a lot of noise going on, but you can always find them doing the same thing. I sit sometimes in my window whenever I get a moment. That's not often, right? Thank you for the bird. And that's not often that I get a moment. And I was watching them, just watching the birds come out of the tree, go get a worm, go back in, and then one day they changed their little pattern and started hanging out on the rail on my porch. Got their food though, went right back in the tree. And so I'll hear people say, oh, remember so-and-so? They're still on that corner. They're stuck. They're stuck. And I want to give kudos to a good friend of mine, Deetra McTeer, True Heart. She said to me one day, no more excuses, Vic. And I looked at her, because I'm usually the one giving somebody the word. She said, no more excuses. I said, what? She said, it's time for you to get up and get in college. I hear what your plan is. You're too smart for this. She challenged me. And she was right. You know, and guess what was holding me back? My own personal fears. Because you'll start letting brown birds get in your ear. There you go. I love that one. Brown birds will get in your ear and start all that chirping about how you can't do it. There's no way you can. You know, you've never seen a woman do it. Never seen a black woman do it on her own. Never seen a black man over there. You can't live over there. You can't buy that house. You can't own a house as a woman. You need somebody to help you. All of that brown bird talk. You know, and guess what people do? They lock their mind around that negative, stinking thinking, and they believe it and they don't move. They can't move. They're paralyzed with fear and they're stuck. And guess what we do? I just want to keep it real with you today. You pass it on to the next generation. You start telling your children what they can't do, your nieces and nephews what they can't do. I'm the number one person to say, yes, you can do it. You know, my mother didn't mean any harm, and she said, you shouldn't get on that plane. I got on the plane. I don't know about traveling. You can't. I like that. He who fails to plan to fail. Sir Winston Churchill. Love it. Thank you so much to my producer. And my mother would say, you can't do all that traveling. You got those big trucks out there. They'll run you off the road. I was out there traveling and still do. Can't listen to fear. Because that's what brown birds carry. A lot of chatter. Not talking about anybody in your family saying that they're negative, they're brown birds, but they start passing their fear on to you. They freely give it. They freely make noise. They freely complain. They freely tell you how you can't do it. But eagles, let's get some pictures of eagles up here. Guess what eagles do? They don't care what everybody has to say. I'm going to do it anyway. I will do it anyway. That's the way I raised my son. Get out there and do it. Try it. You want to go to South Korea? Goodbye. Going out there to South Korea. That's where they was calling him at to do his music, and he jumped out there and he did it. And now he got plaques galore for all the music he's done and all the songs and the lyrics and the music he produced for the groups in South Korea. Don't be afraid. Don't let your own personal fear hold you back, because eagles only fly with eagles. And you don't see eagles always flying with somebody. They start flying with another eagle right when they get ready to mate. So guess what? They fly with a purpose. That's what they do. They fly with a purpose. Oh. And like that. His purpose was to eat. He had purpose though, right? He needed to get something to eat. He got it. And you need to get something to eat. And you need to continue to eat. Because I say to some of my family members, you know what? I'm either going to teach you how to fish so you can eat for a lifetime, or I'm going to keep giving you fish. And guess what? Somebody taught this eagle how to fish so he can eat for a lifetime. You cannot keep counting on somebody else. So, I want to talk about my road. As I'm still climbing the road of success. It was challenging, yes. It was difficult, yes. Sometimes weather got in the way. Sometimes money was funny. But guess what? I kept on pushing. And that's what I'm here to do today. Encourage you to keep on pushing. Challenge yourself. If you got to go to school, go to school. If you have to take classes, take those classes. And they make it so easy now to go to school and take classes. Everything is online. I had to force some of my classes to be online. As soon as it started, I started pushing instructors. Come on, let's go. This is what I need to do. But what I needed to do in person, I did it. And when I got uncomfortable, sleepy, tired, hangry, whatever all that was, I would eat, get some rest, and get back on it because I had a goal in mind. I love this. Do the thing you fear to do and keep on doing it. That is the quickest and surest way ever yet discovered to conquer fear. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Dale Carnegie. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And I always talk about how I study American history. And guess what they did? They said it before they did it. Speak what you see so you can see what you said. Say what you see so you can see what you said. Say how you're going to have this successful business. Say how you're going to know this, how to do this auditing or accounting better than anybody. Say it. I have a girlfriend who comes down to talk to me every day at work, and guess what? Numbers is in her bone marrow. I love to hear her talk. Hey, how you doing, Rhoda? I love to hear her talk because I get all motivated when she starts talking. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, and we all know Franklin Roosevelt said that. That is the only thing we have to fear. Get up and do something. Doing nothing is a failure. So now let's talk about this. Getting out of the rut. The first thing you need to do is say what it is you want to do. You have to speak that thing into existence. What happens when you speak it? It begins, that thought begins to paint pictures. And then your words begin to line your body up with what you're doing. So say for instance you get up, you don't feel like it, but your words will start bringing pictures to your mind. Remember, you want to graduate by this time. Remember, you want to own that business. You want to buy that other building so you can expand your business. You want to get that new truck, vehicle, whatever it is to take you to the next level. You know what? You said you want to go talk to your mind will start bringing you those pictures of everything you said you were going to do. And that right there will make you get up. And I already told you this in some earlier ones. Get up, drink 2 bottles of water, right? Because it's going to start your blood flowing. It's going to push oxygen to every organ in your body. And that oxygen is going to get your creativity going. That's what you need in the morning. You have to be oxygenated, right? Because when you wake up in the morning, you're dehydrated from using the bathroom through the night, not really drinking water. You've been asleep 8 hours, maybe 6, right? So you need that. First thing I do is get those 2 bottles of water. I notice now I don't even have coffee anymore. I get up and then I listen to something positive. I used to get up in the morning and listen to the Today Show. I love the Today Show, so I record it so I can watch it later. But I had to listen to something positive because I have to go to work on the note up here. I need to go to work on a high note. I need to go in positive. I need to set that atmosphere. I try and get there before everybody so I can set the atmosphere in the office. If somebody there, it doesn't matter. I'm in there and I'm praying and I'm doing what I need to do. Setting the tone. I don't let anybody set the tone for me or my team. I set the tone. And if somebody steps out of the tone that I set, then I'll be having a side conversation. That's how you do that. You set the tone. You set the tone for your atmosphere. You set the tone for your family. You set the tone for your household. You set the tone for who you are. When you walk in a room, you should bring a presence with you. This person is motivating. They're positive. I like what they're doing. They're going somewhere. Rut people don't talk about positivity. They always talk about what they can't do. They talk about what others are doing wrong. They have these fingers pointing at everybody, but they never look at the fact that what are you bringing to this atmosphere? I love people who are motivators. I love people who are energizers. Bring me that high energy. What they say, big, big energy. Every morning your thoughts, energy, and action set the tone for your day. Thank you, thank you. Absolutely right. That's what it does. Bring that big energy. Don't let anybody talk you down, because guess what people say? Man, you always come in here with that energy. Absolutely I do. Because I'm on a mission. And I am determined to win. So when I see people going the other way, no. But guess what I found out will get you out of the rut? Here's the secret. Every decision you make gets you out of the rut, or it keeps you stuck. You have to make better decisions if you want to get out of the rut. And guess what? You can't let opposition keep you stuck. So what? You ran into a problem. Figure out how to get through it or around it. I'm going through this or I'm going around this, but I refuse to be stuck. I refuse to be stuck. I refuse to see other people being successful and I'm sitting back here just talking about somebody else's success. I want to live in it, and I want you to live in it. That is enough. Okay? Stop all those excuses about I'm too old now to go back to school. That's not true. You can go back to school at any age you want to. You just got to be motivated and ready to do it. Fight the good fight of faith. If you believe it, you can do it. Remember, say what you see so you can see what you said. So now we got to set our goals. I tell people that one of the best ways to do your goal setting, yes, I like to write it out. That's great. Definitely write it out. And you're making these decisions, and we're going to go back to decisions in a minute. But make your vision board. Make a vision board for whatever it is. When it was about going back to school, getting some money collected that was supposed to come my way, I did all of that. Taking a cruise, whatever it is, put it on your vision board. You know, buying another building, getting another vehicle to expand your fleet, whatever it is, get a picture of it, put it on your vision board. You looking for a bigger home? Put it on your vision board. Whatever it is, get that picture. It's out there somewhere. You just didn't get it and it's not out there. But you can dream some stuff up that other people haven't seen, right? So find pieces of it and put it together. This is your vision. Now, I want to talk about decisions making, because remember I said every decision you make will get you to that next level, will get you closer to seeing your dream, will get you closer to accomplishing that goal, right? Every decision you make, and we make thousands and thousands of decisions in a day. You don't believe me? You decided to wake up this morning, right? You decided to turn off that alarm clock. You decided to go in there and shower or not. You decided to brush your teeth or not. Either way it went, you made a decision. You decided to drive to work. A spirit with a vision is a dream with a mission. Come on now. I love this producer, man. He giving it to us today, right? I love it, love it, love it. Write that down. Let's get that on the screen again. Get your phones out. Take a picture of this quote by Neil Peart. A spirit with a vision is a dream with a mission. Get a picture of that. Okay? And then after you take a picture, print it out somewhere. Hang it up everywhere you can. I do that. I hang quotes all over the office, in my home, wherever I need it to be, to keep me motivated throughout the day, because sometimes you'll get sidetracked because a brown bird start chirping in your ear. Remember, the brown birds are on a mission too, and that's to stop you. That's to stop you. You live your life, and hey, you have one life to live. Be happy doing it and accomplish your mission. So now we're going to talk about these decisions and goal setting. I say now, one of my favorite things is when you start making decisions, I use a method called SODAS, S-O-D-A-S, SODAS, S-O-D-A-S, SODAS method. SODAS is just the acronym, and it stands for something. Each letter stands for a word, and I'm going to bring that up for you in a minute. But I need you to get that written down, and if the producer can find it and get on the screen, he's going to get it on the screen for you so you can get you a nice little snapshot. And this is what you're going to use in relationships, on your job, in school, with your family, whatever it is. SODAS method is going to be it. Okay? And don't invest in anything that don't give you a return. Why are you sitting out there drinking with this person for hours? What kind of return are you getting on that? Okay, why are you smoking weed with them for hours? What kind of return are you getting on that? Oh yeah, I'm calling this stuff out. Because I'm tired of seeing people stuck in a rut and making excuses. You don't need a whole lot of money to do anything. You just need some money. And you need to know how to use it wisely. And you need to network with the right people. SODAS method. S-O-D-A-S. The first S stands for situation. Thank you so much, our producer. Get a picture of that. Can you give us a bigger close-up on that? Because I want them to get a nice picture of what all of that means, and they can look it up on their phone. There you go. Beautiful. So the first S stands for situation. What is the situation? What is it I need to do, right? What is it I want to do? What is it that's laying before me? Options. You're going to take a look at your options. What are my options about this situation? Okay, but right now we're only dealing with you. We're not dealing with family, kids, none of that. We're talking about getting you out of the rut. All right, some people just want to simply buy their own home, own property. What is the situation? Okay, what are my options? Are there some loans out there, some grants out there? Is the bank doing anything? Have I talked to anybody? Please stop not talking to people. You need to talk to people because they have information you don't have. Don't be uncomfortable. Don't be ashamed. Okay, and I'm going to shoot this one down right now. I don't want anybody in my business. Okay, stop. Stop. That's how we move ahead. Our next thing is disadvantages. All right, let me look at my options, and then this is how I start ruling things out. What is the disadvantage of this option right here? All right, and then we're going to go into advantages. All right, if I do this, this, or that, what are the advantages? All right, so the job I'm in, political, you know, they say, oh, you're not going to be there long. They could just X you out on if another mayor come in place, blah, blah, blah. But I have skills. So I needed to gain some whatever information I needed to gain from this experience. I'm gaining all I can to take it to the my next step. And that's another thing that keep people focused. In a rut, keep them stuck. What keeps people stuck is they focus on their missteps. Stop focusing on your missteps. Focus on your next step. Yes, you messed up. Yes, you got high too long. Yes, you spent too much money. Yes, you might have spent in the wrong class. You was all signed up for the wrong stuff. Now you got to do all these classes over. All right, we just going to stay focused on our next steps. Last but not least was our solutions. The last S stands for solutions. Now you make your decision. This is how you make your decision. Everything it is. Now, of course, you don't need this when it comes to cooking dinner. You know, or what kind of outfit you want to wear, right? But you need it for those more serious situations that get you out of that rut. I want to see you be successful. I want to see you have all you can have. Now, let's talk about the enemy of sleep. Let's talk about that enemy of sleep. Because sometimes you can get in that bed and be like, oh man, it's so comfortable. I don't want to get up that early to take that class. How many more days of this? And then you start adding on ways how this is really not working with your schedule. But something pushed you to do it. Something pushed you to do this. Because of something you said you wanted to do for yourself somewhere. I don't care how long ago it was. When that opportunity came, it got in your belly to push and do that. And now you're in the middle of it and you find every reason why it's not going to work right now. It's got to work now. Because tomorrow isn't promised to us, right? So we need to make the best of this moment. Don't talk yourself out of a good thing because you're uncomfortable. Because your money look funny. Because everybody look like they're having fun. I've been there. And I refuse to be talked out of it. I came too far. Please, don't give up on yourself. That's the worst thing you can do. Yes, I love this. Solving problems. And this is how you do it. And this is how you're going to get out of the rut. Make sure you get a picture of this. And you don't have to wait till your children get old to start teaching them this. You start teaching them this now. I started teaching my son the SOTUS method when he was young. You know, and I'll bring him back to it. Remember what you got to do to make the right decision. I don't want to make decisions for him because it's his life. I had to just raise him to be an adult, and now he's on his own. He makes his own decisions. If you want me to be a guidance counselor, I will when I need to be. But back to you, because I came to get you out of a rut. I came to make sure you don't be stuck. I came to see you accomplish your goal. We come to just shoot down every brown bird we see. I want you to learn how to dispel them, get them out of your ear. Don't let a brown bird pull you out of character because they are good for pulling you out of character. They're good for saying, hey, see, I told you that wasn't going to work. No, let the brown bird be your motivation. Be the eagle. Be that one that say, I'm going to go to heights that the other people didn't go to. I don't care if family has started turning on you sometime and say you conceded, you think you're better than the rest of us. Who cares about that? Because guess what? When you get somewhere, you're going to help family. And you'll be teaching them how to fish to the level that they can fish on, right? So I'm going to say that. Continue to be motivated. Get yourself charged up in the morning. Get up, do your breathing exercises. Get down there and do a few physical exercises if you need to. I love to do that in the mornings. And at the end of my day, I'm doing exercise. I go to the gym because it gets all that stress out of me so I can clear out my mind. And right now I'm studying for a big exam that I must pass. And that's what I keep saying to myself. I'm driven by that. I must pass. You let your goals drive you. And don't let the brown birds keep you down. We're going to keep on saying this. A spirit with a vision is a dream with a mission. A spirit with a vision is a dream with a mission. Okay? We want to see your dreams come true. I want to see you accomplish all that you set out to do, and this is the #1 way to do it. And I want you to be bold enough to professionally speak to the brown birds when they start to try to get in your business. You know, hey, why are you doing that? You shouldn't even do that. That's a waste of your time. Say, excuse me, this is my goal. It's a nice way to say it. You don't have to go off about it. Excuse me, this is my goal for me. This is something I want to do. Because they will come. They will try and make you feel like you're not doing all that you're supposed to do or can do, or you doing wrong, and they want to try and point out your faults. I've been there, done that. I've learned to just, hey, I'm ignoring all of that. What's good for me and my family, I don't need all of y'all to be all, if y'all against it, I'm not inviting you into this. It's good for me and my family. All right? And eagles only fly with eagles. All of my friends, most of my friends are eagles, right? So when we get together, we're sharing ideals, we get motivated. Before you know it, time has passed. We didn't talk on the phone so long because we're sharing ideas. We can't wait to talk to each other and say what's going on so we can see each other go to that next level. I'm going to give you some information that will propel you to push, because that's what I want to see you do, push. Don't you be stuck. Don't be in a rut. Don't be a brown bird, and you will recognize brown birds when you see them, because you will see them talking about the same old conversation. You will hear them being negative, can't find anything positive to say. You'll see them at your job, in your church, in school, and some of them be in school, but still talking negative. Some of them are planted, and you'll have some of them right in your inner circle, and you have to know how to maneuver around them. You don't have to hurt anybody's feelings. Do it so professional they don't even know what's happening, because you're busy. You're on a mission. So I just want to remind everybody, take that, hold on to it. Soda's method. If you didn't get a picture of it, please look it up on your phones. You'll find it. You are eagle. You are an eagle. Eagles soar alone, and they only hang with other eagles. Not saying you can't be with brown birds sometimes, but remember that you're on a mission, and they can't do what eagles do. So don't even frustrate yourself when you're in the presence of a brown bird saying, Dad, I told them to do. They can't do it. I had to realize that they can't do what I'm doing. So don't expect them to do it. But you can get them pieces of information that help them along. You can't get all tied into with the brown bird, because before you know it, it's a weight. Yep, you're carrying the weight, okay? You don't want to be carrying the weight. You want two people to be walking alongside. And that is how we should be. So, I can't wait to see you next week when we come with our next subject. I do want to remind everybody that once a month I will be talking about relationships. I can't do it every time, but I will make sure I dedicate one Tuesday a month to relationships. And remember to please tune in to 9716 Studio every Monday through Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. On Mondays, it's Clearing the Mist with Ken Hamilton. Tuesday is myself vibing with Vicky. Wednesday is Faith Matters with Dr. Nasir Khan. And Thursday is Mind Your Business with Nas. Thank you for sharing today and for tuning in. And remember, we want your questions. To the world, you might be one person, but to one person, you might be the world. Thank you for letting me share.